Hello dear coloring friends, and welcome to a new video where I'm going to show you the pages I have finished during April this year. And I guess you will recognize most of them, especially if you're following me on Instagram, but some of them I have also been coloring here on YouTube. So we can start with this one. Botanicum, the rabbit, the bunny I did on the last Saturday live stream. No, I did the Bunny Blue on the last stream, that's true, but I did this on a stream. I used Supercolor Soft with water for the soft colors, and then I added some Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils, and it's soft pastels for the background. And I did as I have done before, the technique I learned from Peter Hewitt once upon a time, to use oil-based pencil. I used polychromos for the circles. First I used this one for the circles and did them with white polychromos, and then I used the soft pastels on top, and I also went over it after with an eraser and made some more dots. I kind of like this. It's softer and lighter than most of my colorings. I think it's something about the background I'm not super happy about, but I kind of like it. And there are some sparkle on the butterfly, but it's not very much, and it's hard to see even in real life, so the camera can't fix it, I guess. So that was my picture in Botanicum this month, and this was a picture I was doing from Posh coloring book, Happy Doodles for Fun and Relaxation by Flora Chang. I did this on the bus on my way to the coloring book meetup in Västervik. So I just had with me my Derwent watercolor set, 12 colors. So I used those, and I also had my little Derwent water brush, the smallest size, with me, filled with water, so I could use it on the bus. But then when I came home, I added a little bit of regular pencils for more color and some shading, but I didn't work super hard with this. I just let it be a very colorful picture, and I added some black background. As you can see, I think I used the Tombow brush pen for this background, and no sparkle, but I have used gel pen, a gold gel pen, as you can see on some details. And yeah, Bunny Blue. You remember Bunny Blue? This was the picture I was coloring during the last Saturday live stream. So I did everything on camera with Prismacolors, except for after I put in a little bit more color brown on for shading on the chicken, and I also added a little bit more color around these details, and I did the clouds. I did as I have seen Katarina doing in one of her videos on her channel, Always Coloring. And as you also told me to do, I was cutting a little cloud out of paper, and then I used this as a template and used soft pastels, very soft blue, light blue, almost turquoise one. But this paper didn't take the soft pastels very good. It's almost like copy paper. Maybe it is copy paper. Anyhow, it didn't stuck very good, so it's very, very light. I have seen the Kenya colors on Instagram, she's doing these pictures from Benny Blue, so good, and she is using soft pastels as well, but she has printed it on special paper that is good for soft pastels, so you can really tell the difference. It's more colorful. But anyhow, I'm quite happy with this. It's also more light than most of my colorings, but I think Benny Blue is so cute. And if you watch the stream, you remember I put sparkle on top of the butterfly. I was going to use my Winkle Stella clear, but I couldn't find it on the stream, so I think I used the clear jelly roll, but after that I have found the Winkle Stella. And this crazy one, this was a whip for a long time. My plan was to do a galaxy background, which I was kind of happy with, at least while I hadn't done the white dots and stars on top, because then it was darker. And then I had this idea of doing 4 different monochromatic flowers colorings in the circles. So I did these first, and then I didn't know what to do with the last one. So I asked on Instagram in my stories, and people wanted it to be green, red, orange or purple. I think those were the most common suggestions. And I picked green, but I wish I had, I don't know really. The other colors felt so obvious, but this is more, I don't know. I added some green to the background just to not make this the only green in the coloring in the picture, but it's something about it. I think it's it maybe would have been better if I had used dark purple, but maybe that would have been going into too much into the background. I don't know, but and I think it would have looked even better if the background just had been black. At least they wouldn't have competed with each other, the colors from the flowers and leaves and the background. But yeah, I did as I had decided in advance. I darkened up the background a bit with Neocolor 2 on top of my Prismacolor, because the Prismacolor was burnished, so I couldn't add any more. So I tried to add Neocolor 2 because I wanted it to be darker. It was quite light here. And then I added white gouache on top. I mixed it with some water so it wouldn't be so opaque, and try to just make a soft foggy feeling on some places with a brush. And I also have, this was white from the start, but the white took so much, it bled so much from the purple behind, so it was going into, it was turning pink, which didn't look good. So I used gold Posca and then some Jelly Roll sparkle on top. This is not very visible, but for me, at least I can see it. And I also did 3 colorings in Masja's mandalas. This one, which I'm kind of happy with the background and the swans, but then I wish I wish I had left this uncolored. I mean, I had done the background visible even there, instead of turning it into this pale purple color. But yeah, I'm kind of like it anyway. I think it was Neocolor 2 for the background, and Prismacolor, and a lot of gel pens. If you see, it's not that visible in the photos, but here you can see a bit of it. It's a lot of gel pen, and the paper didn't take water very well, so it's kind of, and it didn't take masking fluid well at all, at least not my masking fluid, which have worked on other pages. So it broke, it teared apart the paper here, and here it's still a bit of the blue masking fluid that I couldn't get away. So it destroyed the paper a bit from start, and then when I added the water it destroyed the paper even more. So well, it's not that beautiful when you look closely at it, but I'm kind of proud of it anyhow. And then I did this with Sig Clean color wheel brush, which worked quite well. I don't know why. It's water as well, but they worked. Maybe I had more water when I did this one than I had when I did this one. And it's pencils on top, and the green background is, yeah, as you can see, it's alcohol markers. And I added white, I think it was Prismacolor on top, to make this green a little less bright. And then I erased small dots in it, if you can see, just to make something happen. And it's also a lot of gel pens in this picture. And I colored this a bit here on YouTube, my crazy mandala. I wasn't so happy about the color choices, but yeah, here it is, my brown, turquoise and pink mandala. Another picture, the last one I finished this month, was in Sagor och sägner by Emelie Lidehäll Öberg. It was a page I had been using as test page a long time ago, but now I decided to finish it. I think I maybe colored this a bit also here on YouTube. So I had already done parts of the bed and the flowers and the leaves, most of them before, but I did the background here in the bed, and yeah, added the gold things, which is Neo color, and maybe some Posca as well. It's a mix. And the background, it's black, and I can't remember. I can see that it's pencils on top. I think it was Tombow or Pit Pen, and then a layer of Prismacolor with black on top because it was streaky. My plan for April was to finish a lot of whips. I did manage to finish this one and the one in World of Flowers, but not more. The other ones were new ones that I started this month and ended this month. But I have some whips that I will finish in May, that is almost finished. So yeah, now you have seen them all. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in next video. Goodbye! Happy coloring!